It's match day. It is that time of the year that Indian football fans have been waiting for a very long time, because the national team are going to be in action in a top-notch tournament. Yes, it is match day for India in the AFC Asian Cup, and it starts off with an absolute massive match because India will be taking to the field against Australia. It is not the most ideal of starts in many ways, and for some fans would bring back memories of 2011 when India, having qualified for the AFC Asian Cup after a 28-year gap, faced off against Australia first round, ended up being hammered 4-0. So not an ideal start in that sense, but I mean, let's be fair, that was always expected that you would be facing a big loss. And in fact, even in this case, I think it's fair to say that India will be going in with tempered expectations. The main goal will be to perform well, put in a good performance, and maybe lose only by a goal or two. Trust me when I say even a draw in this particular game would be a massive result for the Indian football team. That being said, there's always plenty of debate, there's always plenty of talk about what a potential lineup could be, and what we're going to do right now is predict what that lineup could look like in a few hours time for the Indian football team when they take to the field against Australia. Now, we'll go over it position by position. I'll start off by saying the formation that India will be going with will most likely be a 4-3-3/4-2-3-1. So you're going to be playing 3 midfielders with 1 attacking 8 or a 10, which is 4 defenders, 3 midfielders and 3 forwards. Of course, 1 goalkeeper as well. And we'll start off by picking that very obvious choice. Let's be frank, we all know, barring a major upset or some sort of a drop in form or an injury, you know that this man on your screen, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, is going to be taking to the field as your first choice goalkeeper. That has been his remit for the longest of times. He's been that first choice goalkeeper, and that's not going to change, even though in Amrinder Singh and Vishal Kait you do have 2 very good backups, but you only need a backup when your first choice isn't available, and Gurpreet is very much available. Now, let's move on to what the defensive line could be. India don't normally play 3-man defenses with a wing-back system. It's usually a flat back 4, which makes picking this lineup a lot easier, and this is potentially what I think it's going to look like. You're going to have Nikhil Pujari playing at right back. That's been his top position for 2-3 seasons now. Rahul Bheke and Sandesh Jhingan will be your first choice centre back pair, and at left back, you're going to have Akash Mishra. Now, I know there is some chance, let's say, that Akash Mishra could be replaced by Subhashish Bose at left back. But beyond that, even that seems maybe a little an outside chance at best. Mishra has been very, very impressive in recent times. Jhingan, your best defender. Nikhil Pujari, your best right back, although he will have a good backup in Pritham Kotal. I think Kotal's lost some stamina and legs, so might not be a first choice. Pujari, on the other hand, younger, has been playing that role very well for 2-3 seasons now, so I think he's getting in there. Bheke, many would say a bit of a choice by default, because again, you would have expected an Anwar Ali to be partnering Jhingan. Unfortunately, Anwar Ali not available for this tournament with an injury, so he was never going to be in the scheme of things. But this is how your back four is going to be looking like. Pujari at right back, Bheke Jhingan at centre back, and Akash Mishra at left back. Now the midfielders, and this is a bit of a challenge, but these are the 3 players who I think will be starting. You've got a Suresh Singh Wangjam, who has made himself indispensable in recent times in India's midfield. You've got Lalingmaya Ralte, or Apuya Ralte to give him his nickname that he's more popularly known by. Both of them have proved to be industrious, clever midfielders with tidy possession, the ability to, let's say, keep the ball well, pass it well, make their short passes, but also put in a shift when necessary. So these 2 will be at the base of your midfield, and your attacking midfielder or attacking 8 will be Brandon Fernandes. Now again, Brandon Fernandes is one of those names who probably would not have been starting or a guaranteed starter, let's say, had a Sahal Abdul Samad been fit. But Sahal, unfortunately, is definitely ruled out of at least the first game. We don't know what his status could be like in the upcoming games, but we know he's missing the first one for sure. So Brandon, a bit of a starter by default, but a good player nevertheless, and would want to take his chance, show that he can do well. Although how much of a chance he'll get going forward against an Australian team who are one of the best in the continent, debatable, but I think he's definitely a 3rd midfielder. And now at long last, for the forward lineup, what are the forwards going to look like? You're playing only 3 forwards based on how many players spots are left, and I think these 3 are going to be your main forwards. Lalinzwala Changte is going to be your first choice right winger. He's just been that person for the past 18 months, you can say, in the ISL for Mumbai City FC. Comes from the right, very good with his left foot, and of course very creative, gets you goals, gets you assists, plenty of speed, very, very explosive player. So in that sense, definitely your first choice on the right. On the left, your first choice has to be a Mahesh Singh Nauram or Nauram Mahesh Singh. Again, the East Bengal winger in recent times has been trusted a lot more by Igor Stimac on the left. He can potentially be replaced by Liston Kalako, but I think Mahesh is just a little bit ahead based on how it is that Stimac has been selecting his teams in recent times. And at striker, could it really be anyone else but Sunil Chhetri? No disrespect to either player, but I don't think anyone was picking a Manveer Singh or Ishant Pandita or Vikram Singh to be starting ahead of the captain leader legend himself. So this is what I think India's first playing 11 will look like, and based on injuries or anything of the sort happening or plans changing, I think this is going to be the 11 you're going to see in all 3 games, unless, of course, as I said, injuries happen or there's some sort of a tactical tweak. But what are your thoughts? Well, you can tell us your predicted playing 11s in the comments below, and don't forget, if you're already on the channel, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and tap that bell icon as well. Follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports the Cap, and go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, though, from my side, it is goodbye.